Yo, what is good, guys? So I'm gonna do a quick breakdown on Euro USD. So starting off with the weekly time frame, as we can see, last week's candle closed as a contraction, and we had a sweep right here. Price failed to close below this low, equal lows, where we took liquidity and we pushed up, but we yet to take out liquidity at these lower levels. So I can actually see price still pushing lower to mitigate we have a weekly fair value gap right here, as well as a monthly fair value gap. So if we look on a monthly, we still have this that still needs to be filled up. So we still anticipate price actually trading inside of this monthly fair value gap, at least 50% of this. So we can, expect, or I can expect, 50% of this monthly fair value gap being filled up. So if we look at back to the weekly time frame, all right. So if we go back to the weekly time frame, right here, as we can see as well, that weekly fair value gap that still needs to be filled up. So if we go on a daily, actually right here, we can see a weekly bearish fair value gap. So we have a weekly CV up here, and we can actually expect this last week's high to be taken out. So essentially we can have this price take out this, this high, and we have the previous week's candle as the last 2 weeks, right, candle as our invalidation for the sell. So we can actually have price take this high and then come back to take this low right here. So we actually have a low that could also be taken out right here to the left. So if we go all the way down here, we also can see we have a low right here that price could actually come take out. So we could have this as our sell side. All right, so if we go back to the daily time frame, if we scale in on a daily time frame, as we can see, price actually came to liquidity, pushed up, and we had a daily fair value gap that was mitigated right here. So this was NFP, price came, pushed into the daily fair value gap, and then we had strong bullish push to the upside. But as we can see, we've been on a consistent downtrend, right? We've been on a consistent push to the downside for the past couple of weeks right now. And as we can see right here, we have the previous bearish fair value gap that was filled. Price closed as a contraction, draw took liquidity, so it broke market structure right here, but we failed to take this low. So we can actually anticipate this low being taken out, and then even expect price to push even lower, right, all the way down to this classical encroachment for the fair value gap, the 1 month fair value gap, before a continuation to the upside. So if we go on the 4 hours, so we have a pretty strong we have a resistance zone right here on the 4 hour. As you can see, whenever price pushed up to this level right here, we had a 4 hour bearish order block, and price actually sold a couple of times. So right here we had a bearish order block, as well as a fair value gap right here. So we had a fair value gap and a order block, price mitigated and then dropped, right? We broke market structure. So price has been consistently breaking to the downside, and this is already validation for that, for the sales. So we could actually anticipate price pushing up here, right, to the zone, right? We have our higher time frame point of interest, right, which is the 4 hour, and then a continuation to the downside to take the sell side liquidity. So if we go on a 1 hour, right here on the 1 hour, we can see that 1 hour fair value gap right here. So I wouldn't be buying, until price breaks these major highs, right? If it breaks this high, and I could anticipate if price breaks this high, then I can anticipate this high being taken out, and then maybe I can aim for this zone, right? This 1 hour internal liquidity, or even to take the external So we can aim for this 4-hour bearish order block as the next drawn liquidity if price takes this high. So we're going to be looking for major highs to be taken out in order to engage in some buys. But as for now, we're still pretty bearish, right? Price took, the lows, intermediate lows, right? So we can expect maybe a push inside of this fair value gap, push up to this zone, and then a continuation to the downside. So this is very possible, right? Because we also have a 1-hour CB, right? A 1-hour bearish fair value gap that was mitigated. So right here, as we can see, we had a CD right here, price pushed inside of it, and then now it's dropping. So if we actually, if price, trades inside of, so if price trades inside of this fair value gap, I can anticipate pushing back up and then coming to clear these lows. So I would be looking forward to that. Or if we were to have if we were to have these highs, right, being taken out. So if price were to take out the highs, take this high, right? Take this high, come back, and I could be looking for this. I could target this high as the next higher time frame point of interest, right? But as for now, price is still pretty bearish, so I'll be looking for some sell setups. So I would have this high as my higher time frame point of interest. So this zone right here, and I can see it holding pretty strong as a resistance. So about 40 pips. And then we have this range. So I'll be trading inside of this range right here for the sells. We have about 130 pips range for this sell. So we could potentially see some sales coming next week, or, if, this high were to be respected, if this zone were to be respected, then, I'll scale in on like a 15 minutes to get a precise entry. So we can have this high taken out, or even this high taken out. So that's why I'm going to set my stops, above this high, just to be safe. Right, and then we target these lows for the sell side liquidity. So right here looks pretty solid. And if we look at the sentiment, as we can see, we have 27% of traders are short and 73% of traders are long. So price is still pretty bearish, and we can expect smart money actually pushing price lower. We can expect some sales price smart money actually pushing price lower, taking some sell positions. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking at for a week. I'm gonna stay updated with EU. I'm gonna set my alerts and see how price moves. All right, guys, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Let's go.